Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum friends. Welcome back to Football Gupshup Live Watchalong. We have got Arsenal against Aston Villa, and Arsenal have apparently scored a goal. There was another goal scored, but it was ruled out. It was not given. So anyway, let's see how will this match progress. We are trying to see what will happen in the next few minutes. Whereas Arsenal are playing quite good. They are trying to have a go at Aston Villa. Aston Villa had a couple of chances as well, but for some reason you would say Arsenal are playing a little bit better. And let's see if this will continue in this manner. And once again, ball is with Aston Villa. They are trying to take this ball forward. Let's see what will happen. Once again, ball being pushed forward. Right now, there is something happening with one of the Aston Villa players. I think it is Rogers who's been having a word with the ref right now because ref is not happy with something he's just seen. So let's see what will happen. Sorry guys over there, my voice was echoing. So anyway, let's see what will happen going forward. Right now, 45 minutes approaching. Let's see how much stoppage time are we going to get. And this is going to make things certainly interesting. Right now, 2 minutes stoppage time has been given. And let's see what will happen in this. Once again, ball comes in. It is Aston Villa right now trying to push this ball forward. Dekh lo. And once again, let's see what will happen. We are trying to see if the ball is going to go forward. Once again, the ball goes out. It'll be a corner kick. Martinelli, I think this will be the last section of the first half. And the ref has blown the whistle. Or is it someone who's going to take? I think it's Odegaard. Now, if Arsenal do score a goal over here, I think it's going to be a little bit tough on Aston Villa. Let's see if that will be the case. Odegaard right now about to take this cross, raises his hand, cross comes in and a head. Ooh, that was close. Odegaard. The ref has blown the whistle. It'll be halftime, and we're just gonna close down the timer. It'll be halftime, and let's see. We'll discuss about the Liverpool game as well. I mean, 30. The stats were really impressive, were really interesting as well. We'll discuss about the Liverpool Brentford game. It was really one of those games where you thought maybe it's not going to be the day, but Darwin Nunes was the difference. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Let me put out the break over here so we can look into this. So it's 1-0 to Arsenal. Now, in terms of today, the I think the game which is going to be discussed, of course, Newcastle and Bournemouth game was also one of those games, but we're going to discuss about that as well. And what happened was Martinelli with a shot, it did cross the line, and the watch did give the sign. So Arsenal getting the lead over there. Now let's have a look at the stats over here. This is really really impressive. I mean, I haven't seen any stats such as this in this match. Brentford against Liverpool. Now Brentford had a total percent of possession was 39%, whereas Liverpool had a total of 61%. Uh, Talking about number of shots, it was Liverpool in XGs were 3.4, whereas comparative to Brentford, it was 0.72. Total number of shots by Liverpool was 37, and it was Brentford. Now, before Darwin Nunes scored, the I think the commentator he said that it was the 33rd shot which Liverpool missed. So I think they were on the 34th shot, which of course Darwin Nunes scored with his goal. So it was really interesting that 33 shots and Liverpool weren't able to break down Brentford. And in the end, it was a lovely pass, whereas Darwin Nunes he made no mistake. He slotted it in the back of the net, and Liverpool got their first goal. Now, when you speak about these games, when you have a low block team, when they are so good in terms of what they tend to do, it's a case where you have to come up with an idea that what can you do. And I think the most effective manner is to work the ball in the box rather than crossing in, because you can cross all day all long. I think there were so many crosses that at one point I was reading the text on the BBC, and it was basically mentioned that if Liverpool keep on crossing in this manner, Brentford are going to be so comfortable because they don't sense any threat coming in, and they were so compact, they were so composed. Liverpool had no space, and effectively, it was really working for Brentford. But then Liverpool decided that what, we have to go and cut those lanes and come more in the box, and that's what they started to do. And eventually they got the result, getting that first goal and then the second goal as well. Right, so 37 shots for Liverpool, and then they were able to do it. And how many touches inside the box? This is what I'm trying to tell. That Liverpool, when they changed their tactic, it was 61 touches in the opposition box, whereas Brentford just had 24. And Liverpool, they truly changed the game plan in the middle of the game, which was very effective, and it really gave them the result which they were looking for. So that was a very good game. In terms of corners, Liverpool had a total of 15 corners. I mean, you can discuss as many tactics as you can, but I mean, when you watch it as a neutral, you certainly enjoy those kind of games that one team is trying like after wave after wave after wave after wave, but nothing is happening, and you begin to think that maybe it's not day to day, and if they're not able to get back in this game, then I mean, what can else they do? But anyway, it is what it is, and Liverpool getting that win. Now, what we're going to discuss about is that game, Bournemouth winning against Newcastle United. I mean, it's simply, mind-boggling that what happened to Newcastle United. They're playing at home. They scored in the 25th minute. That was the equalizer. I mean, Bournemouth getting the first goal through Clivert, who got the hat-trick as well. And I mean, Bournemouth getting two goals right at the end, 90 plus 2 minutes and 90 plus 6 minutes through Clivert as well as Kirkes. I mean, Newcastle United, for some reason, they haven't been consistent enough in the season. And it seems that sometimes you tend to feel that they're a little bit tired. And Bournemouth, they gave them a very good game. They were running for those second balls, they were running for those counter attacks, and it was really, really effective. But it is what it is. So, anyway, right now, talking about Bournemouth winning from Newcastle United, we'll have a quick look at the table and see what does it mean. Remember, guys, today It's Dennis Law, who's passed away as well, 85 years of age. And right. Now, looking at the league table, it's really interesting because Arsenal is winning this, although they have played a game more than Liverpool. Liverpool have got a game in hand. Now, Liverpool are on 50 points, whereas Arsenal are on 46 points. They need to win this game. If they don't, they'll be in trouble. I think Arsenal, they need to win as many games as they can and hope for Liverpool to slip. Now, if Liverpool wouldn't have won their game today, they would have been on 48 points. And Arsenal would have liked that. Even though they have a game in hand, Liverpool, they could have gained more points and they would have been on 51 points, still 5 points ahead. But now what it does is basically it makes a little bit harder for Arsenal, and Arsenal needs some luck, like in terms of they need someone to defeat Liverpool. They need someone to take off some points from Liverpool. Now, when we look at that, we'll have a quick look at the fixtures and see what is going to happen in the coming fixtures. Now, remember that Liverpool play in Champions League as well, so does Arsenal, and Arsenal will be playing in Champions League too. Now, as far as I know, that if the fixtures are going to be pretty much the key over here. Now, if Liverpool they manage to keep this kind of form, and we've heard from Mama Salah that inside Liverpool they're thinking about the Premier League, their focus and their sole thinking is to win Premier League rather than the Champions League. So if that is the case, they're not going to let up on the Premier League. So thinking about that, their main motivation is to win the Premier League this season because Manchester City, they've just fallen off. They're not going to come back this season. All they can do is try to come back into the top four and make sure that they're in Champions League next season. That's the best that they can do. Otherwise, it's a lost hope for them to win the Premier League title. Now, based on those two facts, Liverpool are going to be playing Ipswich next. Then they play Bournemouth away. Then they play against Everton. Then they play against Wolves. And then comes the tie, which could be a kind of party popper because this kind of fixture would basically get things excited in the Premier League. And that fixture is going to be on the 23rd of next month, which is going to be February. Uh, that fixture is none other than Manchester City against Liverpool. Now, City, they do know that they are in contention for the top four and they need to win as many games as they can because they fall off the rail. And in order to do so, they have a severe group of teams which are in this competition to get in the top four. Now, when you go back to the league table and when you see who are in the hunt for top four, I mean, with Nottingham Forest being in third position and Newcastle United in fourth, it really make things a little bit more exciting as well for a neutral perspective. Because when you look at Manchester City, they're on 35 points, and Newcastle United on 38 points, so they're 3 points ahead of City. Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, are 6 points ahead of Manchester City. Now, Manchester City, alongside Aston Villa, Bournemouth, and Chelsea, and Newcastle United, and Nottingham Forest, are in contention. So let's say that Nottingham Forest are really having a very good form and they're really having the season of their life. And let's say they keep on playing as the way they have been playing. They have got 41 points out of 21. Let's say even if they are able to get, I would say, 30 more points, that's a very good point tally. And 71 points do tend to get you qualified for the Champions League. But we are talking about around 9 to 8, which makes around 17 games. From 17 games, you have to gain 31 points. So that comes around 17 into 3. I mean, 31 points out of 51 is a huge task, but even if they get around 28, they can do so. If they can't get 31, they can try to get to 28 points, which means they will just lose around 23 points. That will still keep them in contention for the qualification of Champions League. Newcastle United, they still are in this January transfer market. Who knows, they might do some business, some sort of business, and you never know. So Chelsea as well. So Newcastle United, and Chelsea are serious contenders for the Champions League top four spot, and that is what Manchester City have to think about. So, in order to do that, I think that fixture on the 23rd of Feb is going to be the key over here. Imagine if they win against Liverpool, they can really gain on some good things over there, and they will be able to get back in the top four race, and that will certainly put a dent in Liverpool's, I would say, on their route to win another Premier League. But I think Manchester City are going to make sure that they do win that game. Uh, Let me have a look with where they're playing. City are hosting them, so there you go. City will be playing at home, and if they're able to get the players that they've been linked in this transfer window, like Omar Marmosh, then they are looking at two other players as well, maybe a midfielder. You never know, and that might help them to dent Liverpool title race. I mean, you can't win the title, but at least you can't let your rival win the title. So that will be the key, and that'll be the mindset for Pep Guardiola. Now, looking back at Liverpool fixtures, sorry, Arsenal fixtures, Arsenal are going to be playing against Wolves. They'll be playing against City. So there you go, another fixture. So in February, they're going to be two key fixtures: Manchester City against Arsenal and Manchester City against Liverpool. So let's see what will happen in those two fixtures. I think those two fixtures will basically decide where this title race is heading, who's going to win the title. That's what I think. That's what I believe. And Arsenal are playing at home, and City will be playing at home, and they're playing against Liverpool. So that's the only difference. Then Arsenal play against Leicester City, they play West Ham, and then they play against Nottingham Forest, who are in very good hot form. So I think it's pretty much, if I have to put a ratio in terms of percentage, I would say 70% Liverpool, 30% Arsenal. And if they somehow get that kind of result, uh, maybe we'll see what will happen then later onwards. So, guys, we're going to take a little bit a short break, and we'll be right back. Right, guys, we are back. The match has kicked off. I'm gonna put the right. The match has started, and for some reason, Madsen has been substituted, and it is none other than Digne who's gonna play in that left back position. Right now, Odegaard with the kick. That was so close. Kai Havertz with the header. I think there was a deflection for some reason, but let's have a quick look. Kai Havertz was about to. I think is there a deflection? No, no, no. There was no deflection. I think what happened was he hit in a manner it looked like that it was like a deflection, but it wasn't. Martinez to Digne. Digne right now pushing it forward. Ramsey unable to control the ball gives away a free kick. Arsenal once again on the ball. Let's see what's going to happen. This is going to make things quite interesting. Once again, it is Arsenal with the ball. They have got this possession. Can they push it forward back to Declan Rice? Declan Rice back to Gabriel. Gabriel right now pushing it forward to Trossard. Trossard once again pushing it forward right now. Aston Villa were almost about to score an own goal, but if not for Digne, who makes a very good clearance. Lewis Kelly once again doing his job over there, putting the ball in the right area. I think what happened was Martinelli was not able to read that low pass, and Digne just made sure that he had to clear it because he knew that Martinelli was right behind him. And Declan Rice pushing that mic away from his way. Declan Rice right now about to take this corner kick. Goes long. Another corner kick coming in. Martinez makes an excellent save over there. Cross comes in. Martinelli once again on the ball. Trossard with a cross in. Comes into Declan Rice. Odegaard with a cross. Martinez jumps up and collects it. 51 minutes in. Right now, it is Aston Villa once again on the ball. Lucas Digne, brilliant piece of skill by Watkins, but I think he was in offside position. Arsenal once again on the ball, pushing it onto the left hand side. Right now, coming in towards Gabriel. Gabriel, right now, giving it forward, being pushed back, and now he gets a free kick. 52 minutes in, 7 minutes into the second half. And we haven't seen any evidence where Aston Villa are trying to have a go at Arsenal. It's just that Arsenal are playing in a manner that they really want to get that second goal. With the corner kicks, once again, long ball comes in on the right hand side. It's Martinelli, Thomas Partey. Once again, it is Arsenal with the ball. Let's see what can they do. Arsenal once again on the ball. Gabriel pushing that ball forward on the left hand side. Trossard unable to get there. Cash with the ball. Throw in comes in. Once again, ball goes out. Aston Villa, they're not committing their plays forward because they know Arsenal are currently in a mind frame where they really want to have a go at them. Arsenal once again on the ball. Right now, ball comes on to the left hand side. Trossard once again trying to go forward. Cross comes in and Havertz and he scored. What a brilliant goal that is. Martinez unable to stop it. Kai Havertz getting on the score sheet. So it's 2 goals. Kai Havertz scoring. Ball being pushed back. Once again, ball coming forward. Zirkzee. The ball goes out 57 minutes in. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa nil. Free kick awarded to Aston Villa. Kamara was being fouled over there. Unai Emery thinking right now what can he do in order to change the game. Aston Villa with a free kick. The ball goes out. It'll be a corner kick. "58 minutes in, Arsenal 2, Aston Villa nil." Arsenal with a quick counter attack right now. Martinelli running with the ball. Has got Trossard on the other side. Arsenal losing the ball. Aston Villa doing well in terms of recovering the ball. Playing that ball once again into the center. Telemans back to Konsa, giving it to Kamara. Ramsey. Digne once again back to Mings. Cash trying to go forward. Onana once again pushing it forward. Once more, cross comes in. And Aston Villa have scored. It is Telemans. And they've broken the deadlock. What a goal that was. Onana finding Digne on the left. When Digne with an excellent cross. Telemans gets in the zone and beats Marino over there, I think. Yes, he beats Marino. And that was a lovely goal in the 60th minute of the game. It was a little bit low, but Telemans went for it. So there you go. A goal has been scored by Aston Villa, and that means yes, it is. Once again, Aston Villa trying to have a go. Comes in, Rogers unable to do so, and Aston Villa is in the post. Is Telemans once again, and he's saying that there was a hand involved, It should be a corner kick. There was a deflection. Telemans is really playing good at this moment. Ramsey does everything. It go through the legs. Yes, there was a deflection. There was a deflection. Right now, ball comes on to the left hand side. Cross comes in. Lewis Kelly once again down on the ground. Unai Emery getting a yellow card. Arsenal once again on the ball. Aston Villa once again winning the ball back. They're winning a throw in. It will be a corner kick. We're approaching the 65-minute mark. Cross comes in. Martinez jumps up once again, pushes the ball out. Martinelli, and once again, it goes beyond everyone. It'll be a goal kick. Thomas Partey once again trying to push this ball forward. Marlin, the new signing for Aston Villa, is on the bench. Cross comes in, cleared away. Aston Villa once again trying to build their own counter attack. Let's see if they can do it. The ball goes out. 67 minutes. It'll be yellow card. Cross comes in. Aston Villa scores the second goal. Now, is that offside? Now, is that offside? It is Watkins in the 68th minute. Now, is that a goal or is that offside? Let's have a quick look. He was onside. He was onside, and Arsenal were beaten over there. Cash with the cross with his left foot. Goal by Watkins. Aston Villa have leveled the score. Once again, ball being pushed out. Watkins was offside this time. Cash is bleeding, and it looks like the medics are going to come onto the pitch. Ball comes in, Kai Havertz trying to get to the ball, 72 minutes in. I mean, Arsenal, with this result, I think they're gonna. I'm trying to refresh the table right now just to see what it would mean for Arsenal. I think from 46 points, they come back to 44 points, which means that Arsenal will have a 6 point gap between them and Liverpool, whereas Liverpool have got a game in hand. So if Liverpool win that game, which is against Everton, let's say I'm just saying hypothetically, so that means six, that's a 9 point gap between them and Liverpool, which is going to be very, very tough for anyone to gain back unless you're Manchester City. Uh, and even they are really poor this season. In this season, I mean, I don't think so. Maybe City, like 2, 3 years back, maybe they could have done it. So they did it against Liverpool, and can't see this Arsenal team doing the same thing which City did to Liverpool. So let's see. Trossard is really, really good. I mean, I'm really shocked to see that he is. How old is he? Trossard is 30 years of age. And looking at his career, I mean, he played for Genk for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons. He played for Genk. Then he went out on loan to someone in Belgium. And then in 2015-16, he played last for them. And then he got his move to Brighton. And then he moved to Arsenal. This is his third season. And I mean, how many seasons did he play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seasons in Genk. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 seasons in Belgium. And he played in second division as well. And then Brighton took a punt on him, and he played for Brighton for 4 seasons. And this is his third season at Arsenal. I mean, he's so talented. I mean, sometimes you tend to think he's a case of that Jamie Vardy. I think where you are good, but nobody tests you on the level where Premier League is being played at, or even the top league is played at. And I mean, you play for those smaller teams, and what tends to happen is you never get a chance, and you never know how good were you if you would have played for a top side. And cases such as Jamie Vardy, cases such as Trossard, uh, makes an exceptional case. And when you look at Watkins as well, I think he falls into the same caliber as well. Would call them the B category kind of players. They are good. They're not that good. They are good, but they develop a little bit late. And the game is so good that you cannot miss them. So anyway, right now Aston Villa once again missing another chance. Let's see what will happen. 76 minutes. Kai Havertz. 77 minutes in. 78 minutes in. Sterling getting some notes from the coaching staff. Let's see how will he do. Right now, 83 minutes in. Ramsey being substituted now. It looks like Leon Bailey will be coming on. Arsenal trying their best to get that third goal, but so far Aston Villa had made them working for it, but so far they haven't been able to break them down. Gabriel once again trying to go forward. Right now, once again, Arsenal trying to push this ball forward. Trossard, Declan Rice once again with the ball. 87 minutes coming up, 3 minutes remaining. Arsenal scoring the third goal. It was a deflection. It was a deflection. But Marino scores the third goal. Arsenal celebrating in the 88th minute of the game. God knows, Khalid's what our Premier League trying to do. I think maybe it's because of the Champions League fixtures. There are some Champions League fixtures still yet to be played. Maybe that's the reason. That's the fact that they are trying to get these games underway. Because if they're able to play those many games, then they can make those certain rooms for. Oh, did he hit Havertz on the hand? Ooh, that is something else. Now the VAR has said it's a no goal, so the goal doesn't stand. Goal disallowed. Goal disallowed. The goal won't stand anymore, so that means Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. Goal disallowed. I think it hit Kai Havertz's hand. Right now, it is Declan Rice pushing this ball forward. Sterling, Declan Rice once more. Let's see what can Sterling do right now. Arsenal once again with the ball. Marino in the center. We're approaching the 98-minute mark. I'm sure there'll be plenty of stoppage time given because due to the fact that there was so much time wasted. 'Chance. Arsenal hit the post. And once again, brilliant save by Martinez. I mean, Aston Villa. Wow, wow, wow. Trossard is trying to raise some noise. That was something else by Martinez. That was something else. 7 minutes stoppage time given. That was something else. Arsenal had like three chances in a row. 82% possession for Arsenal, 18% possession for Aston Villa. I mean, this is something else. 82% possession for Arsenal. Right now, 7 minutes stoppage time has been given. Let's see if anything can happen. Another chance goes begging for Aston Villa. It is Raya makes a brilliant decision over there. And right now, we are currently in the 93rd minute. So, still 5 more minutes. Anything can happen. Raya once again pushing that ball forward, giving it to Gabriel. Gabriel once again looking for some opening, can't find it. Gives it to Party. Party right now. Sterling. I think for me today, Declan Rice really played good. Uh, Marino was also playing good as well. Right there, Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa are not going to take any risk over here. They're just going to sit back, try to defend. Brilliant pass. Kelly looking for Marino but unable to get there. Now it is Partey. Back to Sterling. Sterling. Declan Rice goes into that zone, gives it to Odegaard. Thomas Partey back to Odegaard. Odegaard looking for an angle. Sterling, Odegaard, Gabriel. Sterling once more. It is Onana being fouled from behind. It'll be a yellow card. Certainly a yellow card. I think that was Raheem Sterling. It looks like it was Raheem Sterling. 94 minutes have gone in. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. Long ball comes in. 95 minutes. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2 right now. 2 minutes remaining. Arsenal on 44 points. Aston Villa on 36. Bournemouth ahead of Aston Villa on 37 points. Chelsea as well 37. Newcastle 38. Nottingham Forest in third with 41. Arsenal in second with 44. Liverpool on top with 50 points and a game in hand. So once again, Rogers getting yellow card right now. Trossard. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was miss. That was a huge miss. A huge, huge miss. And Mikel Arteta can't himself believe it. That is a huge, huge miss. That was something else. I mean, at one point, I think he would have been in an offside. Yes, he would have been in an offside. Even if it would have gone in, I think that would have been an offside. Yes, on the replay, it looks like it was an offside. And Martinez was right to shout on the sideline ref that it was an offside. And a minute remaining. Minute remaining right now. Minute remaining right now. Let's see what will happen. Once again, right now. Last chance of the game. Imagine if Odegaard can score from here. It's a very awkward position to take a chance from. And Martinez was jumped at, but he got to the ball. Brilliant from Martinez. I think that'll be it. It is full time. The full time whistle has been blown. What a game that was. And Arsenal have drawn. So there you go, guys. It is full time. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. Full time it is. I think that Trossard miss was the last action, but that Marino goal is going to be discussed a lot because it did hit Kai Havertz. But according to Kai Havertz, he says that it hit his abdominal part rather than his hand or arm. And that'll be discussed because when you look at the replay, they don't slow it down. Because if they can slow it down, then you would be able to make a decision. They just do it in a very quickly manner. Will they slow it down? Now, when he turns, it looks like he's bringing his arm into the fold, but it hits his abdominal. The thing is, when you're in movement, you feel like the arm is coming in the way of the ball, but it wasn't because the ball hits his abdominal and then it bounces. Because he's moving in this fashion, it looks like it hit his hand, and that is the reason they disallowed it. Uh, I think it's a goal. I mean, if you look at from that angle, from the reverse angle, you can clearly see that the arm is moving in a manner like this, and he is basically trying to kind of shift it through his this part of the body, but the ref gave a decision thinking that it was a hand involved. And anyway, I think the fact of the matter is that Arsenal should be focusing upon the case where they conceded those two goals. I mean, the first goal, it was a very good goal. But the second goal, I think they could have done better defensively. And for me, the most important element is whenever you are trying to defend against a striker like Watkins, you need to make sure that even though you're trying to screen him, but still you need to realize that he always have that quick movement and he tends to get away very quickly. Now, if that is the case, if you are trying to mark Watkins, you need to make sure that he never goes onto his left hand side because Watkins, whenever he turns onto his left hand side, he's deadly. And that's what he did. He turned to the left hand side and then he opens his body up and then he rocks it in the back of the net. And that's how they got the second goal. The first goal was very good goal. I mean, Telemans was really good. But the second goal, I think Arsenal defenders could have done better. Anyway, right now we're gonna end this poll over here. If you guys haven't voted, please do give your votes right now. We're gonna have a quick discussion in terms of the Premier League title race and see what does it mean. Now I'm just gonna update the table at this moment and let's see what does it say. Right, Liverpool on top with 50 points and a game in hand. Arsenal with 22 games, 44 points. Now, if you would ask me, I've just done an analysis just before the second half where we discussed that in the coming fixtures, the two key dates are in the month of February, where Liverpool will play Manchester City and they will play away. They'll have to go to Etihad on the 23rd of February, whereas for Arsenal, they will be playing Manchester City on the 2nd of February. Now, Manchester City, they're out of the Premier League title race. They're just trying to make sure that they get into the top four. Now, for Manchester City, in order to make things hard, what they will try to do is they will try to stop Arsenal, they will try to stop Liverpool, and I think those two fixtures are going to be the key in terms of deciding where will the title go. Will it be because right now, if you look at the ratio, I would say out of 100, 70% is Liverpool, 30% is Arsenal, and if you play those two fixtures, and let's say on the 2nd of Feb, Arsenal, they're able to get a result against Manchester City. And because Manchester City are themselves trying to get into the Champions League position, then they will have something to prove against Liverpool. And that is where Liverpool could easily lose points. So it's a case of everything depends on Arsenal now. Because Arsenal have kind of lost 2 points, two very important points today. I think by the end of February, we'll be able to say that who's going to win the Premier League title. And I would still think that it'll be Liverpool. Arsenal, they have made themselves in this position where they tend to go, they're not consistent enough this season. And if you compare it with the season before this, they were very, very good. They were almost neck to neck with Manchester City, but this season, I think they completely fell off, and you can't see them winning the Premier League title unless there is a complete collapse from Liverpool, which I don't think so. So, anyway, right. Once again, guys, I would like you to please do subscribe, to please do press the like button as well. And if you do follow Football Gupshup, it will be really nice. And once again, we'll be ending this poll right over here. And hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll have important fixtures being played tomorrow as well. We will be having Everton, Tottenham, Manchester United against Brighton, Nottingham against Southampton, Ipswich against Manchester City. So we'll see what fixture we'll be doing for out of those four. Whereas on Monday, it'll be Chelsea against Wolves. Then Champions League is back. Remember, Champions League is back. It will be Atletico Madrid against Bayer Leverkusen, Benfica against Barcelona. So we'll see if we can do those. And then on Wednesday, we will have another good tie, which is going to be between PSG against Manchester City. So I'm sure that you guys will be tuning in for those games. So once again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Please do subscribe. Please do press the like button as well.